After that, could you take me to the village chief's place? I would like to talk something over with him, Connor said sincerely. No problem at all. Let's pick up the pace, we are almost at my place. The old man's name was Feng Wu. People back then named their kids pretty casually. He was the fifth of 6 brothers in his family, so they just called him Fifth Feng, and this village was called Feng Village. Most of the residents shared the Feng surname when they arrived at the old man's home. His 6-year-old granddaughter came bouncing out to greet them but was a little shy, and immediately ducked behind the old man, peeking at Connor nervously. Come on, sweetie, say hi to Uncle. It is thanks to Uncle that Grandpa made it home today. Otherwise, Grandpa might not have been back until dark. Hi, Uncle, the little girl said in the cutest tiny voice, and that one little sound made all of Connor's exhaustion from hauling 2 giant bags of snacks melt away instantly. Connor gently ruffled the little girl's hair. Come here and have some snacks. Uncle bought all of these just for you. When you finish them, if you want more, just tell Uncle and he will keep buying more. Feng Wu's home was in rough shape, a mud brick house. 1 bedroom and 1 main room, and the only thing keeping the whole place together was the roof, which did not leak, but Connor could feel drafts coming through all 4 walls. Sir, where are your kids? Connor asked curiously. When Feng Wu heard the question, his eyes suddenly filled with sadness. The little girl's mother had died in childbirth, and my son went out to work construction when she was 4 years old. He fell from 7 floors up and did not make it, Connor could tell. That Feng Wu was working very hard to tell the most painful story of his life in a calm and easy tone. Neither of them said anything, and the silence stretched out. Sir, I'm truly sorry. Please accept my condolences. Connor stood up and gave Feng Wu a respectful bow. Feng Wu quickly helped him up. It is all in the past. I just feel bad for my granddaughter, and if one day I am gone, I do not know what will become of her right at that moment. Connor felt a sudden weight in his chest, thinking about why so much suffering still existed in this world. There is a saying that really hits home, which is that people's joys and sorrows are never truly shared. And in this moment, Connor understood that saying completely for the first time. Do not worry, sir. You are strong and healthy. You have got plenty of years ahead of you, Connor offered the only comfort he could. Feng Wu shook his head and let out a sigh. A few more decades is a long time living is hard. If it were not for this little girl keeping me company, I honestly do not know what the point would be. Connor, son, have a seat. I already called the village chief. He will be here soon. Connor stepped outside and took a slow look around. Feng Wu's home was not in the main cluster of the village. For whatever reason, Connor did not bother guessing why, but Feng Village had one thing going for it, and that was the scenery, which was genuinely beautiful. Because of the poor roads and the mountain location, the air was incredibly fresh with a kind of crisp cleanness you could never get in the city. What if this place were turned into an eco-resort? Dining, entertainment, lodging all in one spot. That was actually a solid idea. He just hoped 52 million would be enough. If not, he would throw in more. Just as Connor was mapping out the future of Feng Village in his head, a man who looked middle-aged, but not quite elderly, came walking over. Hey, are you the young man? Old Wu called me about who wanted to talk to me. Let me introduce myself. I am the village chief here. My name is Feng Yi. Connor snapped back to attention and looked at the man in front of him. Feng Wu had said the village chief was just over 50, but looking at him now, he looked a lot older than that. He was holding a pair of work shoes in one hand. Both pant legs rolled up to his knees with mud caked all over them. There was even mud on his face. Hi, I was the one who asked the old man to reach out to you. My name is Connor Lin. I wanted to talk something over with you. Connor extended his hand. Oh, no need for that. I just came in from the fields. My hands are filthy. Connor Lin, right? So what did you want to talk about? I want to help build a road for your village. Say what, build a road? Feng Yi's eyes went wide, staring straight at this young man in front of him. Build a road, that was the thing Feng Yi had dreamed about more than anything. He had filed requests with the township every single year, but Lingshan County had no money. The township had even less, and road construction was not a small investment. At one point, Feng Yi had even thought about pooling money from villagers themselves and just getting it done, so he had brought in a professional cost estimation firm and found out that 1 kilometer of rural road ran tens of thousands of dollars, and from Feng Village to the township was at least 30 kilometers, meaning the total cost would be in the tens of millions. That was exactly why the township had never approved it, because road building was just too expensive. This kid in front of him probably had not been knocked around by life enough yet. Feng Yi was happy to hear it, but quickly came back down to earth because tens of millions was not something this young guy could just pull out. Son, do not kid around. I am touched that you mean well. But do you know how expensive road construction is if we want to build a road from Feng Village all the way to the township? That is roughly 30 kilometers, and the cost per kilometer is tens of thousands to build this road. You are looking at 20 to 30 million minimum, Feng Yi said, and let out a deep sigh. I want this road too. I dream about it. Without a decent road, the people of Feng Village will never get ahead. Life will just stay the same, and honestly, it keeps getting harder. Lingshan County is already a poverty county, and by the time any budget trickles down to the village level, it is basically nothing, Feng Yi said, and dropped his head and looking at this man who was past his 50s. Connor felt a deep sense of helplessness radiating from him. 20 or 30 million is nothing much. I will cover it. I only have one condition though, Connor said with a casual grin, and that is the road gets named after me. Connor looked completely relaxed about the whole thing, and Feng Yi had no idea whether to take him seriously or not. I am not joking. My assets are not enormous, but donating a road to your village is absolutely doable. By the way, I think your village has some really nice scenery, and it seems like everyone here knows how to grow fruit. Have you ever thought about what direction you would want to develop the village once the road is built? Connor wanted to test Feng Yi's thinking, because if he passed, Connor would consider adding more funding to turn Feng Village into a tourism destination and make it the crown jewel of all of Lingshan County. That way the donation would actually mean something. Are you being serious right now? You are really going to donate a road? Feng Yi's eyes were wide as saucers. Connor smiled calmly and pulled out his phone, opened his banking app. Here, take a look. I originally came to Lingshan County just to make a donation, but had not figured out exactly where to put it. If I had not happened to run into old Wu on the way, I never would have ended up here. And it never would have occurred to me to donate a road to Feng Village. Feng Yi stared at the screen full of digits and felt a little dizzy. Holy cow, that is a lot of zeros. This man is a walking blessing. Mr. Lin, you are truly impressive, and if the road actually gets built, my plan is to rally the villagers to develop tourism, because our environment here is very well preserved. The scenery and air quality are both excellent, and our specialty here is lychee. The mountains get plenty of sunshine every year, so when the lychees ripen, they are incredibly sweet and juicy. When Connor finished listening, he nodded with a satisfied look. So it is okay if we call this road Connor's Road, right? Connor asked, grinning ear to ear. Say the word, forget calling it Connor's Road. You could rename this entire village after you, and I would have zero objections. I am sure the whole village would feel the same. Feng Yi laughed warmly. Alright, give me just a moment. I am going to get in touch with the county government right now with that. Connor stepped to the side and dialed the Lingshan County Party Secretary. Hello, Secretary Huang. It is Connor. I have made up my mind. I want to donate a road to Feng Village under Lingshan County and also invest in the villagers to turn Feng Village into a model tourism village and hopefully make it the crown jewel of Lingshan County, Connor said cheerfully. And on the other end of the line, Secretary Huang froze when he heard Feng Village. Mr. Lin, are you talking about that extremely underdeveloped Feng Village? Yes, that is the one. Secretary Huang heard that and slapped his thigh hard. Mr. Lin, you are doing something truly incredible here. Feng Village has been held back for so long because it never had a decent road. The place is really struggling, and Feng Village has a real firecracker of a village chief. That would be Feng Yi ever since he took over Feng Village. At every meeting and every conference whenever he got the chance to speak, he would push for the government to help build a road for Feng Village, a road of hope. But the budget has always been too tight. There was just no way to come up with 20 or 30 million all at once to pull off a project that big, so it just kept getting pushed back, year after year, day after day. But now Mr. Lin has gone straight to the core of the problem and solved something that has weighed on all of us for so long. A problem we worried about constantly but could never fix, Mr. Lin. Your instincts are truly something else. Where are you right now? I will bring my team over to find you. Secretary Huang sounded eager. This scale of private donation was something he had never seen before. I am in Feng Village right now. Feel free to bring your people out here. Secretary Huang. And if possible, let's go ahead and lock down all the details on the donation today. I still have a lot of personal matters to take care of. Sounds great, sounds great. Mr. Lin, please hang tight. We will be there shortly. He hung up and Secretary Huang rushed out of his office. Let's go, everyone get to Feng Village now. Bring the finance department too, and tell the Xiushui Township government to head over right away. Secretary Huang scrambled to get everyone moving. This was the first time anyone had ever rushed to give money away. It turns out doing good deeds really does put you in the best mood. Connor had just stepped back inside when Feng Yi's phone rang. Township Chief Wang, what, you are coming over? Okay, great, drive safe, drive safe. I will make sure Mr. Lin is well taken care of. He hung up, and Feng Yi broke out in a light sweat. Wow. This was literally the first time the Xiushui Township Chief had ever called him personally. This young man in front of him was the real deal. It is still early, Chief. How about you show me around the village? Connor made the request, and Feng Yi was more than happy to play tour guide. Actually, back when everyone was building their houses, they had already left space for expansion. It is just that without money, you really cannot do anything, Mr. Lin, if you follow this dirt path. You will get to Feng Village's elementary school, and behind the school there is a big open field. The village has already divided it up among the families, and everyone was on board, and planted lychee trees. Connor walked along and took in the scenery. Feng Village really was a great spot if someone could sit down and plan this place out properly. And then do the right kind of promotion, it could absolutely become a fantastic tourism destination. Chief, take me to see the school. The two of them walked over to the Feng Village Elementary School, and honestly in Connor's eyes calling it a school was being generous. It was only slightly bigger than Feng Wu's mud brick house with a small patch of open ground, a lonely basketball hoop and a ping pong table made out of stone slabs. That was the full extent of the outdoor facilities at Feng Village's so-called elementary school. Next to the main mud brick building was another small mud brick room. Connor was curious. What is that other room for Feng Yi? Scratched the back of his head a little embarrassed. That is where the volunteer teachers who came to teach in the village lived. Two young women sharing one room. They have been here for almost a year. Connor frowned. Coming to a place like this to teach under these conditions and still sticking it out, those people deserve real respect. I just had a look around. There is open land in the village. Let's just build a brand new school. Look at how far the kids have to walk from the village to get here, and the path is not even good, especially when it rains and everything floods with mud. Way too many safety risks. I saw that open lot in the village earlier, the one you mentioned. Connor Lin will personally fund the construction of a Hope School right there. The two of them were still talking when the sound of children reading aloud drifted out from inside the classroom. The kids had not let their environment hold them back from learning, and the teachers had not let the hardship stop them from showing up for the children. As long as there is hope, everything can be endured. Thank you, Mr. Lin, truly thank you. At that moment, Feng Yi could no longer hold back the hot tears streaming down from the eyes of a man past his 50s. Feng Yi had completely lost track of how long it had been since he last cried. A few years over a decades, but right now, there was simply no other emotion left in him that could express what he felt inside. You are truly the savior of Feng Village. With that, Feng Yi dropped to his knees in front of Connor. No, what are you doing? Connor quickly pulled Feng Yi back to his feet. This is just something I wanted to do. You do not have to do this. You are going to take years off my life. Just as the two of them were still talking, a sun-darkened man came sprinting over to them. Chief. Oh my lord, the county secretary, the county chief, the township head, they all showed up. They are all at your front door right now. They said they are waiting for you to come back. The man had never seen officials that high up in his entire life. The village chief was thrilled, and the three of them headed back together. The village chief's home was a small single-story house, but it was a bit more spacious, and not nearly as run down as Feng Wu's place. A group of people dressed in simple, neat clothing stood outside the door. Connor could tell without anyone saying a word that they were government officials, because their whole vibe was just completely different from the Feng Village locals, and that was something Connor could spot in an instant. You must be the village chief, and this young man must be Mr. Lin. A stocky, middle-aged man with slicked back hair and a suit on came striding over toward Feng Yi. While his eyes kept sizing up Connor, he had this feeling like he had seen this young man somewhere before. Yes, sir. Secretary Huang. I am Feng Yi, the village chief of Feng Village. And this right here is Mr. Connor Lin, the man who said he wants to donate a road to our village. Feng Yi said as he introduced Connor. Hello, Secretary Huang. I am Connor Lin. Connor extended his hand and shook Secretary Huang's firmly. Let's get down to business. I need to head back to the city afterward. Sounds good. The group followed Feng Yi inside his home, and since he had gotten word ahead of time, Feng Yi's wife had already cleaned the whole place up spotlessly. Everyone took a seat, Secretary Huang, since so many people came out today. I am sure you all came prepared. I am planning to build a road for Feng Village. All the way through to Xiushui Township. I do not care what the road costs, but it has to be built right and built to last. As soon as those words landed, the villagers crowding the doorway erupted. Oh my goodness. This young man is unbelievable. This is amazing. Our lives are finally going to turn around. Everyone started buzzing all at once, and Feng Yi had to put on his best stern face and shut the front door, standing guard at it himself because they could not have all that noise disrupting the meeting. Everyone quiet down. Mr. Lin is not just building us a road. He is also going to build a brand new school for Feng Village now. What do you call that? That is called a hero being born young. The crowd got even more excited. Feng Yi quickly waved everyone to keep it down. Certainly, Mr. Lin. We actually had someone come in to do a cost estimate before the road construction would run around 33 million, Secretary Huang said with a smile, and Connor gave a small nod. I also have a separate idea. I took a quick walk around Fung Village today, and I really liked what I saw. Every family is growing lychees. The location here is great too, so I want to invest in turning this place into an eco-resort, so the villagers can have other ways to improve their lives and really start living better. Secretary Huang could barely contain his excitement. Great Mr. Lin, you truly are exceptional. We have known about Fung Village's situation for a long time, but there was nothing we could do. The budget is just too tight, and with so many townships and villages below us, we could not funnel all the funding to Fung Village at once. The geography here is genuinely great, and the natural environment is really well preserved following Mr. Lin's vision. Turning Fung Village into an eco-resort and building it around tourism and recreation could absolutely make it the signature attraction of Lingshan County. Connor kept nodding along. That was exactly what he had in mind. All right, now let me lay out my terms. Secretary Huang listened quietly. He had been in this field long enough to understand one thing better than anything else: nobody does something for nothing. He believed Connor would fund the road for Fung Village and invest in the eco-resort project. But there had to be conditions, all right? Let me get into it. Just as Connor began to speak, a young woman behind Secretary Huang pulled out her notepad and started taking notes. First, the road I am building for Fung Village has to be named Connor's Road. It has to carry my name. That way I have a legacy here, and I plan to keep doing public service down the road. I want Connor's name to stand for something and inspire others to do good alongside me. Second, regarding the investment to turn Fung Village into a tourism village, I am willing to put up the money with the final goal of turning Fung Village into a tourism destination. But I cannot fund the whole thing because the most cash I can put in right now is 100 million. So I want to co-invest with the government, and I only want 30% of the profit-sharing rights. Secretary Huang sat back. What kind of terms were these? This was basically just giving the thing away. Is that really all? Secretary Huang could hardly believe it. Connor nodded. I can donate 100 million today, minus the 35 million for the road. The rest goes entirely toward the Fung Village tourism project. Deal. Those two terms I accept right here, right now. The key leaders from Zushui Township are all present today. I, Secretary Huang, am making this call personally. Whatever funds our county budget can contribute, we will put in every dollar of it, and we will see this Fung Village transformation project through to the end. It solves the problems these villagers face in their daily lives, and also gives Lingshan County something to showcase. This is a win-win all around, Mr. Lin, rest assured. Once these two projects get started, I will personally track the progress every step of the way. Connor finally gave a satisfied nod. All right, let's do the transfer. And just like that, Connor wired 100 million into the government's account. Though there was one slightly awkward moment when Connor had originally said he was donating 52 million, the government team had already had a sign made that read 52 million and planned to use it for the photo op. Now that Connor had bumped the donation up to 100 million, nobody was prepared for that. No worries about the sign, feel free to publicize the donation. But just do not reveal my name. You can use this to start building some buzz around Fung Village. Everyone knows what I mean with that. The whole room burst out laughing. Oh, and Mr. Lin, is it true that earlier today on your way here, you were at an intersection in your G-Wagon and knocked over a runaway three-wheeler? A man with glasses stared at Connor holding up his phone, so you all already know about that. Connor scratched his head a little embarrassed, and the man got visibly excited. Secretary Huang, look. Mr. Lin's act of kindness got posted online. Secretary Huang grabbed the phone, and Connor leaned over to look as well. Someone had actually recorded him using his G-Wagon to knock over the runaway three-wheeler and posted it on the internet. The short video already had over 400,000 likes, and it had only been posted a few hours ago. The comment section was even better. This guy deserves it. He drives a Benz. Right, and after he got out, he did not even bother checking if his car got damaged. Seriously rich, handsome, and genuinely kind. Is this not literally my dream husband? Back off, back off. What does this have to do with you? That is my husband? Connor was getting a little red in the face. What to do? Mr. Lin, the whole internet is out there looking for the most handsome G-Wagon owner. Ha ha. I would like to highlight this story publicly. I hope Mr. Lin will not turn it down. I would like to present you on behalf of the government with the Outstanding Citizen Award. Secretary Huang was beaming. Sure, why not, honestly, if not for that incident. I probably never would have ended up here. Go ahead and publicize it. I am happy to cooperate, and soon all the paperwork and formalities were wrapped up. Congratulations, host, for exceeding the mission target. The fate dice has leveled up. Host may now receive 2 pieces of news from the future. Remember, do not reveal any information from the future to anyone else. The voice of the fate dice echoed in his mind, and Connor smiled to himself. Not bad at all. Fung Yi saw that everyone had finalized all the details, and he opened the front door to find Fung Village's residents had completely filled the area outside. The small open space in front of Fung Yi's home was now packed wall to wall. Secretary Huang looked over at Connor. Mr. Lin, say a few words to everyone. You have done so much for them, they deserve to know you and remember you. Fung Yi chimed in as well and waved his hand, signaling everyone to quiet down. First, I ended up in Fung Village by pure chance. Once I got here and saw what things were really like, I could not just walk away, Connor said, looking out at the weathered and honest faces beyond the doorway. There is a saying that hits close to home. When you have the means, never forget to help others. One person's happiness can become the happiness of a whole group of people. Connor Lin watched an elderly man like Feng Wu trudge for hours on foot, all the way to the county seat just to sell the fruit he grew so he could buy his granddaughter some snacks. That moved me deeply, and that is why I decided to donate a road to Fung Village, and also co-invest with the government to transform the living conditions here, so everyone can have better opportunities and live a better life. By the time he finished, many of the villagers outside were already in tears. The budget had failed them. They had not complained, they kept showing up. Bad weather ruined harvests. They still did not complain, they stayed positive. But right now, they could not hold it together. My fellow villagers, I have also decided to fund the construction of a new school for the village. I will personally cover every dollar of the cost, because we can never shortchange the children. And we can never let the teachers feel like their sacrifice does not matter. I hope that after Fung Village is transformed, it can become the signature attraction of Lingshan County, a real landmark. I hope all of your lives grow brighter and fuller. Thank you. With that, Connor gave a deep bow. Complete silence, and then the first villager slowly knelt down. Then the second, then the third, until finally, everyone was on their knees. Please get up, everyone. The whole scene completely overwhelmed Connor, and Secretary Huang and the others were equally stunned. Chief, please tell them to stand up. Connor was getting anxious. And then Feng Yi knelt down. 2. Mr. Lin, please accept the most sincere blessing from all of us in Fung Village. Connor covered his eyes, not daring to look, and when Connor was finally getting ready to leave, the village entrance was already lined with residents. Everyone's arms were full, and they stood quietly on the side. Mr. Lin, These are some small gifts everyone put together for you. Lychees grown right here at home, and some local specialties, nothing fancy, but it comes straight from everyone's heart. Please do not turn it down. Connor had no choice, and popped open his trunk, which was completely filled in no time. Connor then opened the back seat, and that filled up quickly too. Secretary Huang and his team also received a good amount of produce, though nowhere near as much as Connor got. Mr. Lin, why do not you ride back with us? Tomorrow we will hold a press conference about you saving the old man, and then give you the Outstanding Citizen Award in person. Connor obediently got in his car, and fell in line at the back of the convoy. His phone started ringing. Connor glanced at the screen and answered, "Hey, it is my future wife. Wait, no, your future wife. Your future wife has already picked me up." The other end of the line was Linda, sounding absolutely thrilled. "This girl is something else. She is taking care of absolutely everything. Clearly your taste takes after your mom. This girl is great. Just great." Connor was a little speechless. It was clear Vivian had really put in the effort. "All right then, just relax and enjoy yourself. I will be back after I finish up tomorrow. You do not need to rush back. It is fine. Vivian is wonderful. She is taking me out for a walk. I have to go chat later," and just like that, she hung up on him. His own son getting upstaged by a girl his mom had only just met. Honestly, Connor was at a loss for words. Lingshan County Government Press Conference. After talking it over the previous evening, Secretary Huang had convinced Connor to see it through to the end. 2 announcements would be made at the press conference. "All right, everyone, please settle down. We are just about ready to begin. I will be hosting today's press conference personally. I have 2 things to announce today. First, the story that has been blowing up online about the G-Wagon that knocked over a 3-wheeler. We have brought the person responsible here in person with that. The reporters below went wild. This is front page material while the story is still hot. Second, Lingshan County received yesterday the largest ever private personal donation totaling 100 million when the reporter's jaws dropped. Wait, 100 million and it is private? That is absolutely insane." Secretary Huang looked out at the stunned reporters. "With that, let us welcome the recipient of the Outstanding Citizen Award, the person who donated 100 million. To Lingshan County, the Outstanding Young Man of the Year.